This is not in Hue, this is Quang Tri, about an hour away. But here's the building, which used to be a school, and I just wanted to show you what sort of damage was inflicted. Oh, we can't quite get in, the gate's shut. But this is the damage that was inflicted by the artillery and gunfire. I mean, this has been kept as an example, but I only wanted to show you, to give you an idea of possibly, well, there was very heavy fighting in Hue as well. So the damage that would have occurred to a lot of those buildings that we just saw have quite possibly been repaired, because I really doubt that too many of them got through unscathed. I have been here once before, and this was all overgrown. This is, you could hardly see any of it. So this is much better. They've cleaned it up. But, you know, the damage, like thousands and thousands of gunfire and artillery marks all over it, you know, practically destroyed. My friend who took me here, he told me that there were people actually sheltering in this school during the times that it got hit by the artillery and the gunfire. Would have been a devastating time. So yeah, just an example to show you the damage that could possibly. Oh, here we go. He's opened the gate up a little bit. Now we can actually get in there and get a little bit of a closer look. They're just destroyed. I mean, these are pretty heavy artillery shots that have gone in there. In amongst it, all the bullet holes from different caliber weapons just being fired into this relentlessly over whatever period of time. Okay, wow, it is just destroyed. Massive bomb hole there, just, and up in the roof, more holes up there from the artillery, through the reinforced concrete. Not much left. Stopped here to get my bike adjusted. Do you remember back when on the side of the road, or on the road, a guy stopped me and then he mucked around with my bike, put a heap of oil in it? Nothing but trouble since then. It had too much oil in it. Now it won't idle properly. So yeah, lesson learned. I brought it here to a proper mechanic. I just need the idle adjusted up a little bit. I do it myself, but I don't have the tools. So let's hope he fixes it. Can't really do a story on Vietnam without touching on the Vietnam War. So that's what this episode's going to be. I'm going to see, hopefully, some aircraft, maybe some military vehicles, and with a bit of luck, my dad, who is very knowledgeable about these things, he can hopefully put some comments down below describing in a little bit more detail the things that I've seen during this video. I hope you do, Dad. Thanks. That sounds a bit better. I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. I might be, considering these huge artillery shells. Don't mind me if I get all this wrong. I'm looking for an information centre. Oh, this is it. Alright, here we are. Wow, look at this. Not that. What it's in. A massive exploded shell casing. Look, I'm not going to be able to tell you what all these are. Some look like.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. Wow. Helicopter there. Oh, he's turned all the lights on for me. So I'm going to have a look.
You
Thank
coming
you.
on your own?
Sorry?
Are you coming on your own?
Yes, just me.
From Huế?
Yeah, from Hawaii, going to Khe Sanh.
Yeah, I think we have been familiar with the guys from Australia as well.
Okay, yeah.
We've been working for a while with mostly with Aussie veterans. They call
Okay.
them, mostly they are the one who conducted a lot of mine sweeping during the wartime.
Oh, really?
And later on back home they founded an organization they call MineVac.
MineVac.
They call stand for like a mine victim resources center. Mostly they provided the idea and some kind of facility to support the families presumed to be the one impacted by the war, and then we
Okay,
provide a lot
okay.
of mushroom
Yeah.
for the farmers and for the victims so that they can make a living on that.
Yes. Oh, good idea, yeah. And there's still a lot of active mines in the ground in Vietnam.
Actually, it's not the mines, but actually the other items we call namely like a mortar round, like a shells, but rather than the landmines. Landmines used to be
Yes.
in the past. Apparently, it has been laid by either by U.S. one and Vietnamese era and Soviet and Chinese one, but I think most of the mines were now has been removed.
Okay.
Thankfully, because of the nature of the mines, people all learned that it's so extremely dangerous,
Yes.
like
Yes.
booby traps. So a lot of efforts have been prioritized to remove the mines. And that-
Yeah, okay. So in a particular area there will be a lot of mines in that. in
Yeah,
that area.
majority now has been removed,
Yes.
but very few now for us. On the daily basis, whenever we have to find out to encounter one single mine, so likely we have to suspend all kind of total operation for the whole area to conduct further investigation. Whether
Okay.
it should be a mine, but that very hardly happen now. Most of the item we found on the ground now has been reported conventional weapons, something like a grenade, like a war detonator.
Okay.
Yeah, and those kind of things they remain littering here and there, cluster bomb stuff.
Because they were just dropped randomly everywhere, weren't they? And whereas the mines were physically placed.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's the
interesting.
actual problem here now we have been facing now.
Yes.
It can be safe for the tourists, travelers to walk around, to move around the area.
Yes.
Otherwise, you have to come onto the really deserted, very abandoned military. There might some kind of abandoned remnants there.
Yes.
But most of the items left over from the hilltops, they are like the item we call like a winter pili, white phosphorus.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's the most toxic and most dangerous one.
Oh, really? Okay.
People they know that very well, so they know that dangerous stuff. They just leave it there.
Just stay
Yes.
clear.
But
So
it's-
if I'm ever walking around and I see something,
Yeah.
then just avoid it. Just walk
So
away.
just to make sure that you don't stay away from that. Don't do something really wrong with that. Otherwise, it could be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So landmines now, I think no more the major issues.
Okay.
Rather than something like this, but
Well, that's good to hear. Anyway, at least the landmines are gone. So it's just all the other stuff you have to worry about.
so this is a The red is showcasing the land area in town has been identified, which is dangerous.
So these are dangerous areas
The
here.
green showing the land area which had been cleaned up.
Already been cleaned
Yeah,
up. And so you've got the percentage of the area.
Yeah.
Which is...
So this is the real-time percentage showcasing.
So this gets updated every day?
Yeah, almost every day.
Almost every day.
Yeah. So you can check it out with the connection of internet. People really see what is going on in their property.
Okay, yeah, very good. So the public can access this as well.
Yeah, so this is very great assets for us to know exactly where we should be prioritize resources for whatever activities, including the clearance for education, for providing support to the survivors and indirect victims of this.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, and so how do they exactly, so they want to make this area safe. How exactly do they do that? What do they do?
because it is already confirmed, so the staff they will be sending the team with what we call the static team with the needed equipment to mostly with associated detectors and device to scan, to scan through, and also will be once we find out some suspected signal, so that would be further investigation and technical excavation.
Okay.
So finally,
okay.
if the one item is identified, is posted, then that one will be further like a solution. Ideally, once if the item is too big to blow it up, maybe we have to safely neutralize the fuse and then safely remove it.
So do you generally just blow them up? Is that
depending on what item will be found during the process. If the item is too unstable, so we have to set up the protective work and blow it up in situation. But meanwhile, on the other hand, if the item something like a bombs or artillery which is too big to blow up, maybe we have to safely transfer to the certain designated what we call the control demolition area, which is very large in the desert area with the control. So we blow it like a periodically on maybe Tuesday and Thursday. And they are part of what we call the quick response team, like bomb squad.
Oh yeah.
So they keep revolving, they keep they're traveling from commune to commune, and based on the response, the call passed on the communities by the people, they can call us and they can provide a response as soon as possible.
Yes.
And usually by the end of the day, they have to coordinate with the survey team to blow up any item show up during the day, during the process.
Yeah.
To make sure that the item will be safely stored or safely destroyed, to ensure the safety for the whole communities.
Yeah. And this goes on pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day they're finding and destroying and making the land safe for the farmers, I guess.
So I think we have a couple of hundreds of guys out going back and forth on a daily basis here.
Wow, that many.
And every day, almost people they make a call to us. Thanks to a lot of outreach efforts. Now people, especially the civilians and the residents, they realize that it's more important to make a report rather than to leave it there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. Really good information.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your help.
Take your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. I will go around here if you can raise any questions.
Okay. I'll just have a look around and explore.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very, very informative. A lot of photos. People evacuating. Oh, there's Quang Tri city. This is where we are. We're in the Quang Tri. I'll get it right. Quang Tri military. I won't get it right because I can't remember what it was. Look at that, all the shrapnel, nails inside that go inside a bomb. There's one there. Terrible. Imagine getting hit by 1,000 nails. Tiny little grenades, it's really quite small. This one, finger. It's not very big. All different shapes. Big bomb. Landmines. Yeah. All different sorts of landmines. I'll put it on the screen down below where I actually am. Oh, there's the guys clearing an area, a metal detector. It's part of a metal detector. And here's the detectors themselves. Oh, look at that, a big dump of mines. And some really big ones. And some really massive ones. Wow, that's disturbing, all the prosthetic limbs. Very sombre sort of place. It makes you realise just how dangerous this place was. As I was saying, in this area, Quang Tri was the DMZ. This was at one stage, the dividing line between north and south. Here's a map of all the bombing that went on in Vietnam from top to bottom, and we are here. You can see it's just a mass of red. It was completely bombed. So there's a lot of it. In 3 B-52 bombing raids on the 11th and 12th of October 1967, 1.5 million pounds of bombs were dropped over the 6-mile wide strip known as the demilitarised zone, which is pretty much where I'm standing right now. I'll leave a donation and we'll be on our way. Sort of travelling not through the mountains, through the hillier areas, heading west from the visitor centre to the next place. A couple of hours on the scooter. As you can see, pretty busy road. You get sections where you can find a little pocket where there's hardly any traffic, and that's what I've been doing. If it gets too busy, I just stop for a moment and then carry on. I must say, whatever the guy did to this bike, he's adjusted the idle correctly, and he must have done something else because it is so much better. It really, I normally ride around at about 50 kilometres an hour. Doesn't want to sit at 50 now, it wants to sit at 60 or 55 at least, so going a little bit quicker, still not that fast. Alright, that way and sort of over to the right. I think we follow this river for quite some time. How good does that look? There's a man fishing down there. Really, really cool. Lovely looking water. That bluey green colour. Couldn't resist stopping for a coffee. This is a pretty cute little place. It's got swings here. a little stream that runs down the side of the mountain, or the side of the road, coming down from the mountain. And I'll get a view up here a bit further. Nice little stream, bit of rubbish, never mind. And a view of the mountains and the valley with the river down below. How nice is that? It's a little bit hazy. Never mind. I'm nearly where I have to be, and I'll have to find a hotel. I might do that now. This is why I came all the way to Khe Sanh. That's where I am. I'm in Khe Sanh, and it's over near the border of Laos, sort of. But this is Ta Khon Military Airport, also a museum. And here is, I'm guessing, part of a plane. I don't know. It's all aluminium. What are they? Shrapnel holes? Bullet holes? I don't know. I wish I did. Or is it just from age? So there's this part, and there's the part sitting on top. I don't know what it is. No clue. I don't know. Oh, there's another part there. Just an old relic. No identifying features on it from what I can see. Not to my untrained eye. Ah, there's the back. That's the jet part, yeah? I'm guessing. And I'm guessing that part possibly bolts onto that part. I don't know. Is this a wing? As I said, there's no identifying features. Don't know what that says. Is that part of the tail? That could be the tail, you know. It could be. It's all a guess. Hopefully my dad chimes in the comments and lets people know, if not what it was, at least what those parts were. So I'm not sure I'm right. Let's check out the rest of it. I'm going to start with the mundane stuff first, so bear with me. I'll save the best for last, who wouldn't? I have had a glimpse of what's coming up, and if you like your aircraft, then stick around. I think it'll be worth your while. Inside a bunker, a couple of old rusty shells there, little holes there to stick your rifle out and blast away at the enemy from whichever side you're on. So as I said, this is Khe Sanh, and very well known to a lot of Australians. Famous song, Khe Sanh, by a famous Australian group, Cold Chisel. If you're not from Australia, have a look up Cold Chisel, because they're not a bad band, an Aussie band. What have we got here? Explosive US bomb, 735 pound. Wow. A tritomai, perhaps. It's just your general purpose bomb. There's some kind of bombs were released down in the west of Quang Tri, 65 to 72. The one at the back there, 500 pound. So 500, 1,000, 2,000 maybe. Exploded ones of these. Is that what happens to them after they hit the ground? Or is that a malfunction? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. Just all bits of very thick. You can imagine the blast, like how thick this is. That's 3/4 of an inch. 20 mil, no problem. Or 19 mil if you're going to be closer to exact. If you're going to be picky on me. That's a tail end of a bomb. No idea what that is. Oh, there's more bombs over there. We'll go and have a look. Here is some repainted bombs, US bombs. 750 pound general purpose, but that's a big fat one. There's another 1,000 pound. What's this big one here? And a 2,000 pound. Big fat one. What's that? Is that the bullet? Yeah. I don't know. Excuse my ignorance. I just have no idea. I couldn't even guess the parts of a bomb. You know, there's the shell. Wow, there's some good stuff to look at. There's the shell, the projectile, the explosives inside. That's as far as I know. Let's go in this building. Okay. There's Quang Tri, that's where I came from today. So we should now, and this is all the DMZ up along here. We should be, yeah, we should be right in it. Right in here somewhere. US Army. I wonder if there's any Australian stuff. Some appliances from a US field kitchen. That's a cigarette packet. There's some dog tags. A hand grenade launcher, an M79. More shells. Some equipment for LA troop. An RPG, so rocket propelled grenade gun. A B40. I'm going to say that's Vietnamese. Yeah, I think this is the Vietnamese section. Yeah. A seismic intrusion detector, a US electronic spying device. So what, they drop it from a plane. This bit sticks in the ground. That stops at ground level, and this part detects. I don't know. I really don't know. More grenades, landmine. That's a North Vietnamese landmine used for ambushing US mechanical on Route 9. If you like this sort of stuff, and I assume that's why you're watching if you've stuck it out this far, this is pretty cool. A US anti-personnel landmine. Oh, that's a claymore. Is that how big they were? No way. They're very small. The ball bomb, fragmentation bomb. The full arm for a US pilot. Okay, so he's got his jacket, pants. He's got a M60 machine gun, which was installed on a UH-1B. I don't know what that is. A whole belt full of bullets. Caution, being a Marine in the Khe Sanh may be hazardous to your health. 3rd Battalion and 26th. What is it? An ARVN telephone captured at a firebase in southern Laos campaign 1971. The enemy map. Local villages. Okay, let's go and check it out. It's time for the big stuff. I think what we're going to do here is work our way from what I can tell is smallest to biggest. That is around about the smallest, and it's quite big. I can't get any closer. I can't see inside because of this, and the windows are completely ruined anyway. Yeah, I don't know what sort of helicopter that is. I didn't even see a sign. No sign. I can tell you, well, there's the tail mark in the identification, 6915883. If that helps anyone, it's clearly a US Army chopper. Can you see inside? I don't know. Okay, next. And next up, which is, at the moment is probably smaller than that chopper, but it could have been bigger. The only marking I can see on it is 20MI, maybe, up on the tail there. Couldn't tell you what it was. It's part of the wing. A door. A massive prop. I doubt whether it's off this plane. Could be wrong, but I really doubt it. Again, nothing to really identify anything. It's just a jumbled mess. Okay, so it's a US plane. There's a 4, maybe a 1-1, very hard to tell. And that is a rooster. I can't see there. Alright, next biggest thing. Now I know what this is. Without even reading that sign in front of me, the marking on this is US Army 8025, and it's a Chinook or Chinook. I think it's Chinook. 15 metres long, 18 metre wing diameter, which I presume means the blades up there. Maximum speed 204 kilometres an hour, and only ran for an hour and 45 minutes. They're a pretty big unit. Wonder how many people you could fit inside. Did it say on that side? No. Well, there's the pilot's seat and his pedals. We can have a look at that. Huh. Very big. Very big indeed. So what there, is that like a jet propulsion to get it to go forward? I don't know. I'm going to say a lot of I don't knows in this video. Wow, look how wide it is. That's really wide. Next. Have I mentioned it's hot? I mean, really, really stinking hot and so humid. I thought it might have been cooler up here in the mountains, but it's not. Very brief on these. I've just realised I've only got 4 minutes left on my memory card. Tank. I think it's a personnel carrier, could be wrong. 2 minutes on each plane. There's 2 planes left. Here's the next size up. Can't tell you what it is. No clue at all. Is there some missing? No, no. It's pretty big. Pretty big indeed. Oh, it's got the dual tail set up. Interesting. That's a mighty big plane. No identifying features for me. Big engine. Wheel tucks up in there. Don't know what that is. No idea. I don't even know what its purpose was. Help me out, Dad. It's the black plane. And there is the last one. The biggest plane of them all. Well, here anyway. Look, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'll say it's a B-52. But I have no idea. I really don't. It's so 3 blades on each prop. Pretty low to the ground. So a completely different setup from the other one. It's got that's the belly sits so low on that, so that's why the wheels drop down so far. I'm trying to rush because I'm seriously out of memory card. Oh, there's windscreen wipers. Huh. I know that little thing there, that's that's an airspeed indicator, I think. Pretty impressive. Some of these are in situ as they were left, so I was told. I don't know how true that is, because this is the actual Air Force base that was used here in Khe Sanh. Is that the only in and out door? The only door you get in and out? I don't know what these are. Little latch things. No idea. Couldn't think. Something to do with parachuting? I don't know. If you were going to parachute out of one of these, I'd be jumping out the rear of the propellers, that's for sure. So, is there another door? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah. Yeah, this will be a door here. For sure, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll be stairs that come down that way. Yep. Okay, mystery solved. It's a big piece of equipment. Yeah, and another door on that side. The same latches on this side as well. Is it for parachutes? Dad, is it for parachutes? And what's hiding behind this little door here? The size of those. Big wheel nuts in there. Big unit. Alright, that will have to do. I've got seconds left on my memory card. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And hit that subscribe button. Thanks to Dad if you did help out in the comments. I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye.